Two strokes and electronic fuel injection are now becoming the norm. We still want two-stroke dirt bikes, and with the advancement of EFI, we can see they are still going to be around for a while. One of the biggest reasons Husqvarna and KTM have EFI on their two-stroke off-road and enduro motorcycles is to meet the 2020 Euro 5 emission regulations. Here in the United States, there are different regulations, but we can still benefit from these advancements and hopefully keep the environmentalists at bay. The 2020 Husqvarna TE 300i received some updates similar to those of the 2019 motocross and cross-country models. Most of the major changes were to the chassis, including a new frame, which offers increased longitudinal and torsional rigidity, along with a lighter two-piece subframe, updated suspension settings, a 10 mm lower seat height, 12 mm lower radiator mounting, and new bodywork to help improve ergonomics. Also, the engine has an updated cylinder and a new exhaust system for better performance. The 2020 Husqvarna TE 300i engine is transfer port injected, TPI, meaning the fuel is injected directly into the transfer ports just before the air enters the cylinder. Controlling the amount of air is a Del Orto 39 mm throttle body. The ECU receives input from 6 sensors, including a coolant temperature sensor, crankcase pressure sensor, throttle position sensor, intake air temperature sensor, engine speed, RPM, sensor, and rollover sensor, a safety shutoff if you tip over for longer than 10 seconds. With these inputs, the ECU determines how much fuel and oil to inject in order to maintain peak performance. Because of its accuracy, the engine can run at 70:1 up to a 100:1 premix ratio and get better fuel mileage than a carbureted engine. The TPI engine has a noticeably different feel in comparison to a carbureted one. The power is quite soft off the bottom, it lacks the seat of the pants torque you might expect out of a 300 cubic centimeters two-stroke power plant. It comes on quite strong in the higher RPM, reminding you that this is a big bore two-stroke. While at times this can make the bike feel a little slower than expected, it can be an advantage in the tightest of sections where precise throttle control is needed. If it were carbureted, I would describe the way it runs as lean off the needle and pilot jet, and getting better the more you open the throttle. The precise tuning of the EFI allows the engine to dip down to an RPM lower than